special guest on Sports Frenzee today is Ghana Sports Minister Nii Lantey Vanderpuye. On the show today, the Sports Minister discusses Ghana's chances at the 2016 Olympic Games. So you touched on different types of sports in the country which Ghana is good at. Unfortunately, it seems like only football has benefited in this country, and as a result of that, other sports have suffered. 2016, Rio de Janeiro, we're going to the Olympics. How well equipped are we going to the Olympics?
Objectively, let me say we are not really ready
to
compete that effectively at the Olympics. Two main sporting disciplines have always given Ghana much credit when it comes to international competitions. That's football and boxing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, we didn't qualify in both as far as the Olympics is concerned. We've qualified well for the Paralympics.
Yeah.
We've qualified, a few of our athletes have qualified for athletics. Yeah. We've qualified for weightlifting. There's a possibility of we qualifying too for swimming. Yeah. These are not known sports or disciplines in this country. So in effect, we are not expecting to do too remarkably at the Olympics, but we also take an opportunity to let these boys go out there and make the necessary impact. Yeah. I have said, in order not to waste resources, the Olympics is not a holiday. So if we are going to take athletes to the Olympics, we must take athletes who are going to make impact.
Yeah.
If I have a 100 meters runner who is making maybe 10.5 and I'm taking him to the Olympics, obviously I must know that he's not going to make any impact.
Yeah.
He'll be praying that the rest of the guys will get a muzzle pull or something so that he could get a medal.
Yeah.
So why would it be necessary to send that athlete to the Olympics? If we have a weightlifter who will not be able to, or for example, if the rating is, the person is about 20 something in the world in the particular weight category, then you'll be praying to God that when they go, the other good lifters ahead of him will make maybe no lift and the rest in order for him to make the mark. But when you have somebody who maybe is ranked about within the first 10, then you can say the possibility is there that that person could snatch a medal at the Olympics. So these are all some of the calculations we'll be making before we take a final decision as to how Ghana will be at Rio. The fact that remains is that Rio is a global event. There are so many things that happen there apart from the sport itself.
Yeah.
You talk about sports marketing, you talk about networking, you talk about business discussions, you talk about conferences, ministerial conferences and the rest. So whether we like it or not, Ghana will have to be part of that celebration. So are we going to take the decision of letting officials go and take part in that side events instead of them? Because Ghana's flag must be flown at Rio. It will be a disgrace when the countries are marching past, we don't have the most obvious, the most beautiful flag in the world, the red, gold, green, and the black star not parading itself. So we'll try as much as possible to be present at the Olympics. We have some few Ghanaians who have been in the UK for some time now. We are thinking about how they'll be able to make an impression and maybe qualify times now. We have one triple jumper, Nana Bonsu, for example, who is hitting closely to be able to qualify. And I think from what I'm recording from the Ghana Amateur Olympic Association, Ghana Amateur Athletic Association and the Ghana Olympic Committee, it's possible that by the time we get to the final qualification somewhere in June and in July, we should be able to have one or two more of our guys or the ladies qualifying for the Olympics.
So then in terms of the athletes going to Brazil, if what you're saying is, if you don't hit a certain mark, then there's no need?
No, I don't believe so. It will be a waste of money and resources. Instead of wasting that money, I would believe that we should rather use that money to develop the younger ones who are coming up.
Okay.
So that in 4 years' time, we should have a ripe fruit that will be able to be compete at the market.
But also some people might say seeing some athletes out there performing will inspire the next generation.
Well, You see, I always say that Olympics is not a trial ground. If you want to try an athlete, it's not the Olympics. We have the African Championship, we have the Commonwealth Games and other competitions. You can use that as a platform to try the people before you go to the Olympics. Olympics is not a place for a joke. Olympics is serious business.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of resource to prepare an athlete and take him to the Olympics. So if you're going to the Olympics and the only thing you are going to do is to do sightseeing, it's not worth it.
Okay. All right. What about this outbreak of Zika virus that's going on in Brazil now? What precaution measures have been put in place for the athletes who will be going to the Olympics?
My personal opinion is that we should not be able to use the Zika as an excuse for people to boycott the Olympics. The way manner is being drowned. I don't think people are living in Brazil all these years. People are still there up to today. What is the effect of Zika on the Brazilian population? And it's just not a sort of disease that also hasn't got remedies. There are vaccinations and things that the World Health Organization has said. They've come out to say that it's not really a threat to the Olympics. So sometimes I think people are making mountains out of, let me say, anthills. And I think the Zika shouldn't be, if Ghana decides to go to the Olympics, the Zika should not be a factor to go to Olympics.